Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the secrets hidden in plain sight within company filings. Today we're diving into a recent report from Blackstone Real Estate Income Trust Inc. And let's just say they've been busy making some interesting moves behind the scenes which might surprise you. This report isn't about a big public announcement, it's more of a quiet filing detailing some specific transactions. Think of it like a company filing a receipt for something important that happened outside the usual spotlight. What we're looking at here is a company making sales of its stock that didn't go through the usual public markets. According to their filing, Blackstone Real Estate Income Trust Inc., or as we call them, BREIT, sold shares of their Class C common stock on two specific dates, June 13, 2025 and July 15, 2020, and July 15, 2020, and July 15, 2025. Now, why is this interesting? Well, these sales weren't to the general public. They were to a special fund, a feeder vehicle, as the report calls it. This fund's main job is to gather money from certain investors who are not based in the United States, specifically non-US persons. So essentially, BREIT is selling its stock to an investment vehicle that pulls money from international clients. This is a common strategy for investment funds to manage liquidity and investor access in different regions. Let's break down the actual numbers reported here. On June 13, 2025, BREIT sold 15,886 shares of Class C common stock. The amount they received for this was 233995, then on July 15, 2023, 72. Now these numbers in themselves might not tell the whole story without context, but they demonstrate a consistent flow of transactions with this specific feeder vehicle. The key takeaway is that these sales were not registered with the usual authorities under the Securities Act of 1933. Instead, they relied on specific exemptions like Section 4A2 and Regulation S, which essentially means they believe these sales were private transactions not requiring public registration because they were made on specific exemptions like Section 4A2 and Regulation S, which essentially means they believe these sales were private transactions not requiring public registration because they were made to sophisticated investors outside the US. Finally, let's look at who signed off on this. The report is signed by Leon Volkyok in his role as Chief Legal Officer and Secretary. This is standard procedure, just confirming the company officially acknowledges and is reporting these transactions. Now, looking at these transactions from a broader perspective, BREIT is a real estate investment trust, which means it owns and often operates income-producing real estate. These types of companies can be sensitive to interest rates and the overall health of the property market. Selling stock to specific feeder vehicles is a way to manage capital and can indicate a strategy to access international investor bases or to manage the flow of capital in a more controlled way, perhaps to avoid disrupting the public market price for their shares. The fact that these sales are unregistered means they are private deals, and typically companies use these private placements when they want to raise capital quickly or when dealing with specific types of investors who don't require the same level of public disclosure as retail investors who don't require the same level of public disclosure as retail investors in suggests a strategic move to bring in capital from abroad through a structured channel. We don't see any huge concerning numbers here, no massive shareholder dilution for the public, but it does show a company actively managing its... Alright, that's our quick decoder for this filing. What do you think about this type of private placement activity? Does it signal anything about BREIT's international strategy or liquidity needs? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more corporate intel. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.